So one right-hander replacing the other. And that's 187 runs, highest of 29. So batting at number 3, 16 innings. That's a decent amount of innings just to have a 29 as his highest. A little bit worrying when you look at the Yokohama batting, unless of course he has come in to maybe change things around. Yes, this time again a bit of mix up because the bowler ran into the batsman at the non-striker's end, but they managed to get a run. So Sahan Kure off the mark in the first delivery phase. So score has moved on to 9 for 1. Batsman bit shaken up. The bowler ran in. He was trying to cut that single, just ran into the non-striker. Bit shaken up, but I think everything is okay now. Umpires, the players all getting involved, but we saw the batsman and the bowler giving a pat to each other. So all good. Not done on any purpose. It's just a mistake. Tanushka Tilagaratna. They've been pretty good in this first power play. Almost just one delivery left in the fourth over. Just the 9 runs conceded. That also, there was a leg by which went to the boundary and then a wide. There alone 5 runs were conceded of extras. This time flighted delivery played back straight to the bowler. Bowler gets a hand on it. No run. A dot ball to end the fourth over. After 4 overs, it's 9 for 1. Oshamendis running for his third. Down the leg side and another wide. So Kavishan not getting his line right. This is exactly the line he was bowling to the left-hander. Pretty good. Considered just 4 runs and 2 overs in the power play. Case of just rebuilding. It's a long time, 50 overs to bat. Main thing is you need to look at batting those 50 overs, keeping the fielding side in the sun, wear them out, not lose too many wickets at the start. Okay, and down the leg side, another wide. So this is going to hurt Revocare towards the end because they're just conceding runs which shouldn't be given. Not only that, bowling extra deliveries, so 2 wides in this over. You have to bowl 8 deliveries. and targeting the stumps, but straight to the mid-wicket field. Apart from those extras, I think Kavish has been doing a very decent job. Bowling to 2 slips, a third man, a point, extra cover, and a mid-off. Again down the leg side and another wide. So this is going to be costly. Not sure. Started his first over pretty decently, but now straying down the leg side. Maybe try to go for some extra pace. Just bowled the 2 legal deliveries so far. This time much better. Quite a bit of exercise for the umpire. Already 3 wides in this over. Again, trying that short delivery. Doesn't get much lift. Sankoret playing a lazy pull, playing over the delivery. He expected it to rise even further. Just the 2 fielders will have doubt. Yokohama not making full use of this power play. Again short, this time pulled well. That's the first boundary off the bat. He tried that the second time. This time San managing to get full control. No fielders in the deep there. A safe shot, the first boundary. So this will bring a lot of confidence to him. He's on 5 of 6 deliveries, 16 for 1 in the 5th over. Slow delivery, taken on the full. This time the field has dropped back onto the fence, so easy single to end the 5th over. And Yokohama winning the toss, elected to bat first and moved on to 17 for 1 after 5.
It's been a slow and a steady start for Yokohama after winning the toss and electing to bat first. 17 for the loss of 1 wicket in 5 overs. And Revocare Solutions might actually just feel like they have the control of this game at the moment. But still the early days. Sahan Kure and Sasindu, the 2 batters out there in the middle. Worked away towards the onside. It's a big ground here at Colombo University grounds. So plenty of options as a batter for you to just to maneuver the ball towards the gaps and get those ones and twos. The boundaries haven't come in easily. And the spinners have come into the game quite early, taking the control of the game. There we go, one ball that started in. Not much turn on offer. Dhanushka Tilakaratne has been bowling well. You look at his figures, 2.4 overs and have given away only 3 runs. So he's been bowling with some good control. Sort of a round arm slingy action coming in, and as an off spinner, if you can land it right in the middle, that natural angle will actually deceive the batter. Because once it lands, it tends to straighten up. Off the edge this time. Will be just a single. It's another tidy over from Dhanushka Tilakaratne. 6 done, 19 for 1. Still the early days in this tournament for both the teams. Yokohama playing their 3rd game. Unfortunately, both their opening matches, they ended up on the losing side. Venkat Rajendran, 21 matches, 14 wickets for him. So a change of bowling from Revocare Solutions. They've been doing well with the ball in hand, taking the control early on. But now they've opted to go with another fast bowler. So Yokohama stands at the bottom of the table with 2 losses in 2 games, and Revocare Solutions, they're only playing their 2nd game. They lost their 1st game in the tournament. So it's an important game, a crucial match for both the sides to stay alive in the tournament and to stay competitive and to stay in contention for that 2nd round. So both the teams will be eyeing for their 1st win in this tournament. So that's why it's a crucial encounter here at the Colombo University grounds. Yeah, that's been given as a wide, rightly so. Just over that wide mark. A bit overcast conditions. We had a bit of a drizzle in the morning that went past the Colombo University grounds and the area, the surrounding areas, but that didn't really last much long, just about 5 to 6 minutes. But now again it has gotten a bit gloomy. Venkat Rajendran so far has been bowling touch too wide outside the off stump. Sahan Kure on a good day would have just slapped that ball outside the off stump. This time a much better delivery. Keeping it tight just outside the off stump, inviting the batter, or rather enticing the batter to drive that ball. And Sahan Kure almost fell prey to that setup from Venkat Rajendran. He's been bowling in good areas. Yes, a touch too wide outside the off stump to my liking, but that last delivery, the last two deliveries have been spot on from Venkat. And again, Sahan Kure is living dangerously out there in the middle. Venkat Rajendran just happily placing that ball outside the off stump, inviting the batter to drive that ball on the up. And with the slip cordon in position, there is always this opportunity to get an early breakthrough. They already got one. I can sense that there is one coming in for Revocare Solutions. Last ball of this over. Full toss worked away towards the onside. Will be just a single or turned down at the last moment. So good over from Venkat Rajendra. Just 2 runs including a wide, and 7 overs done, 21 for 1. Danushka Tilakaratne. Still asleep in position. Sasandu and Sahan Kure, both these batters have been out there in the middle for some time now. 18 and 15 deliveries respectively. They've been very patient, which is the way to go, especially after losing a wicket early on. You got to make sure that you're getting your things back, getting the groove back, and setting a good platform for the rest of the middle order to come in. Probably just the impact could be outside the off stump. Once again, that round arm action deceiving the batter, Sahan Kure. There we go. Once again, the ball kept low. Sahan Kure playing it safe on the back foot. And gone. There we go. That's the breakthrough. Danushka Tilakaratne once again, that delivery that is darted in towards the stumps. A faster delivery, and it completely deceived the batter. And that is exactly why he's been bowling in good areas. Danushka Tilakaratne has been bowling in good areas. You can look at his figures. 4 overs. Now 1 wicket for just 5 runs. And Sahan Kure is gone as a second wicket. He's gone for 7. And Danushka Tilakaratne with the breakthrough. 22 for 2 and 8 overs. Yokohama falling much deeper into this trench that they ended up digging themselves, to be honest, right from the start, being too much defensive. Yes, they lost a wicket early on. That was an unnecessary run. So a lot of small errors, small mistakes that have accumulated for Yokohama Tws for them to be in this position as it now 8 overs, 22 for 2. Here's Venkat Rajendran once again. Oh, Sasandu Chaturanga finally breaks the shackles, and it might not go all the way for a boundary, but still the intention. For the first time, we're seeing a batter who has taken the aggressive path. It was in the slot from Venkat Rajendran outside the off stump, and Sasandu Chaturanga just slapped it, but not timed up to the perfection. Thus the ball not reaching the boundary, but it's the intentions that matters at this stage of the game. So we'll see whether Sasandu Chaturanga would actually go on doing that. Ah, there we go. This time through the offside, again not timed up to the perfection, with just a single, but again slapped hard. He's trying something, he's trying out something different, maybe to reverse that pressure and to put it back onto the fielding unit, because they've been picking up wickets, now already 2 wickets down, and the runs have not come in easily. So Sasandu Chaturanga, I'm sure a certain message might have come. So this is the new batter, Ravindu Supun. 17 matches, 211 runs for him in this format of the game for Mercantile Cricket. Have a lot to prove for. A below par average of 13 is not something you would want to see for your number 4 batter. So that is what Ravindu Supun will have a lot to prove today. But this is a perfect platform. There's plenty of time remaining. And 50 over game this is. So we're still in the 9th over of the game, so which means plenty of time remaining. So plenty of time for you to just settle down and, take things easily, ball by ball, and see what sort of a target you can set for your position. And the most important thing is obviously to bat the 50 overs, because once you bat 50 overs, obviously you're going to get to a certain level where you can put up a good, decent total for your bowlers to defend. I like how Venkat Rajendran is bowling to the left-hander, because if you compare it with how he bowled to the right-hander, he's been bowling it wide outside the off-stump and on the slot on the offside. Venkat Rajendran, yes, he did bowl a couple of deliveries that were right outside the off-stump, enticing that right-hander to go for those glorious drives on the offside. But most of the deliveries have been quite wide and closer to that wide line. But then again, that's a good adjustment there from Venkat. But if you compare it with how he bowled towards the left-hander at the start of this over, he's been very tight, bowling it outside, just outside the off-stump, and getting that natural angle for the ball to go away from the left-hander. So he's been adjusting well. Still the second over, and he has that pace, he has that control, and it certainly is going to be a good prospect for Revocare. There we go, nicely bowled once again. Going past the slip. There'll be just a single. And that's the end of the over as well. 9 overs done, 28 for 2. It's 28 for 2. Danushka Tilakaratne back with the ball in hand. It's good from the captain of Revocare Solutions, just going with your strike bowlers, knowing that there is this chance of picking up another wicket or two here. We're still in the power play, the last over of the power play. So except for those couple of shots from Sasindra Chaturanga, we haven't really seen any of the batters trying to put that pressure on the bowler by trying to be aggressive, trying to use his feet. They've been stuck in their feet, stuck in their crease throughout these 10 overs. And have been under a self-imposed pressure all throughout these 10 overs. So that is something that Yokohama Tws, the top order especially, would have to think about. You've got to be positive right from the start. And positive doesn't mean that you've got to go after every ball and you've got to go for boundaries all the time. Being positive means you be proactive, you get those ones and twos, and you never let the bowlers settle in. You never let the fielders settle in. You always keep them on their toes. And that's how you start positively. And that positiveness at the start will reap quite a lot of benefits, especially in those middle overs, because once the fielding restrictions are lifted, then you have already put that pressure on the fielders. You have already put that pressure on the mind of the captain of the opposition team. So it's just a matter of getting those ones and twos and being very patient, because you've got all those 50 overs to bat through. Quite a lot of wides in this first 10 overs from Revocare Solutions. I'm sure it's close to 10. Get the official confirmation, even 2 wides in this over as well. Last ball of this over. Didn't really go anywhere that time. Sasindra Chaturanga. And 10 overs done. 31 for 2.
So after 10 overs, it's 31 for 2. Slow going, winning the toss and electing to bat first. So Venkat Rajendran bowling his third over, none for 8 of 2. So the problem with the Yokohama batters is that they have not been able to hit the gaps. See, even that shot played straight to the field. Need to get into those gaps, because you have only, well, in the first 10 overs, they had only 2 fielders outside the circle. This time sliding down the leg side. Bowling from wide of the crease, and still with that action is going to push it down the leg side to the right hander. Another extra. So quite a lot of extras sitting so far, helping Yokohama not putting the pressure on the batsman. They're just releasing the pressure, bowling dot balls, but The wides are the problem here. A much better work towards the third man region has to come around. In the meantime, batsman complete 2. So lots of just nudgers that are going for runs. Not seen any positive strokes like Oji said earlier. About being positive, even if you are defend in a positive manner, where you can at least look for a single if there is any room for it. But at the moment, Yokohama just intend on batting out there. Not hold again this time, drawing the batsman into that drive. Ravindu managed to squeeze the previous delivery for 2 runs, so looked at that ball. It was up there for the drive. A little bit late on the shot, I would say. Beaten. Full into the covers. But this is what I was talking about earlier. Played into the gap. You have the single there. Good understanding between the two batsmen. Immediately took off. The fielder had to move to his left. And if you can identify that early, see that fielder, he had to field from his right. And then, Harad. Sasindu Chaturanga has moved on to 10 of 27. This one again gives room. This time goes in there. And they managed to hold on to this one. So this is the third wicket that goes down. Sasindu Chaturanga, the batsman who was there from the first delivery, throws his wicket away. That was his weakness, moving his leg away to the leg side and trying to go over the top. Not getting all of it. Skies it straight to that point fielder. Had to run back a bit, but it was in there for a long time. So Venkat Rajendran has picked up his first wicket. And it's Sasindu Chaturanga walking back for 10. Doing all the hard work. And it's 34 for 3. New batsman walking in, Udar Tantanarayana. That's quite a handful to say the surname. So this has been Yokohama's problem. Losing wickets at regular intervals. They need someone to just stick out there, rotate the strike, try and make maximum use. The change in bowling. Dinuka Vania Rachi. Been brought into the attack. Left arm round the wicket. Immediately hands on the head. Ravindu Supun been out there for 10 deliveries now. Nicely using his feet and driving it down. Long off fielder coming in, doing the mopping up. Just one run. Dinuka has 48 wickets, so he is a wicket taker. Best of 4 for 12. Ball into the left hand. Udara straight away off the mark in the first delivery phase. That's what these batters need to do. Just keep rotating the strike. Don't need to look at getting boundaries in every delivery or every over. This has been decent bowling by Dinuka. Just 3 runs, just 3 singles given. And it will remain as 3 in that first over. Good start for Dinuka. And after 12, it's 37 for 3. Venkat Rajendran to start his 4th over. Much better. Has been pretty decent. Trying to keep it full most of the time. The batsman. Considered 11 runs, picked up a wicket. Run driven beautifully. But into the hands, is it? Brilliant catch there. It was a decent shot, but played on the up. Unfortunately, Ravindu Supun. Well, that was a plan by the bowler. Venkat, we saw him even in that previous over of his. Just pitching it up, asking Ravindu to go for that drive. Ravindu goes for 8. The score has moved on to 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. New batsman Pragit Chintaka. Well, now Yokohama in a spot of bother, losing 4 wickets in the first 13 overs of the day. Is the problem when you win the toss, like to bat first. It's not about the run rate, but it's about the wickets that you have lost. So there again, we see the new batsman just 150, 66 is highest, 435 runs in 27 innings. Average on the low part, it's just 17. Needs to improve on it. Again, could be the bowling by Venkat Rajendran. 2 for 11 now. We saw him trying to get the previous batter to drive Ravindra Supun in the previous over. He was trying that, and this time he played a lovely drive, but straight to that short extra cover field. Again, we see him keeping it full. This is really good bowling. There's a bit of movement. He will trouble the batsman. In from wide of the crease, angling it into the right hander. Chintaka just happy to defend it. This is where the batsman needs to be a bit more smart and knowing that it's there's a little bit of carry as well. Get behind it, can move across and maybe just run it down towards that flying leg region, get some bat instead of just dropping a dead bat. Pick up a single. That's full driven. End of 13th over. Score is on 37 for 4. Sorry, it's 37 for 5. Off the side, back in the pavilion. Now, Venkat picking up his third. Pragit Chintaka walking back without troubling the scorers. Now it's a worry for Yokohama. Half their side back in the pavilion after just 13 overs and not many runs on the board. Well, you look at that bottom of your screen. It says projected score 143. I'm sure Yokohama will be happy to take that right now with half the side down. Venkat Rajendran has been the pick. He has been excellent keeping it up. Assuming the Dinesh, the new batsman, will be on the non-strikers end because that was the last delivery of that over. Was right through him in that previous delivery. Pragit Chintaka, the captain, wicket keeper batsman, been able to do any contribution. So now it's Dinuka Wanyarachi. Another again gets off the strike with another single onto the leg side. Time to the new batsman, Suminda Dinesh. I think what he needs to do is just try to get him to play the delivery. This time short cut. Well, he has a slip in place. Maybe try one coming over the wicket. Turn the ball across the right hand. Might get him to play across the line. There you see, not getting a lot of turn. Easy for the batsman to just let it go. If you come over the wicket, pitch it in line with the stumps, you have to make the batsman play. And if you can manage to get a bit of turn, get that slip in place, or if the batter thinks of going down the leg side across the line, you have that chance of getting a top edge. That was again in there, playing a bit early. A very good over by Dinuka, just a one run. And after 14, it's 38 for 5. So there we see the new batter, Sumedha, on strike. Has two half centuries, 63 as his highest, so that's pretty good. Wonder why he's batting down the order. Number 7. Sam driven straight past the bowler and into the boundary for 4. Some boundary coming after some time. That's Udar Narayana. It was in his zone. Venkat, we've seen him from the first delivery. He has been bowling up to the batsman. Sure, he's been rewarded for that 3 for 15, even that boundary conceded. I don't think he should be too worried about that. Again, this one in there. So away from that mid-wicket fielder. Dara gets another single. So boundary and a single, but that there was a chance. Was in there. That was that previous boundary. Beautiful shot. Straight back past the bowler. Projected score showing 150 at the moment. Won't Yokohama love that? This time, wide down the leg side. Has the tendency, Venkat goes very wide of the crease when it's the right hand and pushes it, try to get the ball into the stumps, I would say, and then there we see a bit of extra pace and right down the leg side. So extras still keep coming. It helps Yokohama. That one again. Well, from that angle, it's hard for umpire to give you out NW because you're bowling wide of the crease. You can see where he is. There we see wide of that crease, and definitely look where that wicket keeper is going. He's appealing from outside the leg stump. That's not going to help the cause. Those are easy decisions for the umpires. There again, this time another wide. But a lot of work for the umpire from this end. Seeing both fast bowlers push it down the leg side on quite a number of occasions. Wonder whether he's trying to get ball with a little extra pace because earlier we saw him bowling it outside the off stump, asking the batsman to go for the drive. That one much better outside the off stump. Let it go. And again targeting the stumps, but this time he gets back on it. Ball running down towards the boundary. Fielder just pulls it inside. Good bit of fielding there. The batsman will come back for two. It was a pretty good shot. Seeing that ball coming into him. Driving it on the on. Again, this time works on the pad. It's another single to end. Another over 15 done. It's 48.
48 for 5, 15 overs done. Half the side back in the pavilion. It's been a really good start with the ball in hand for Revocare Solutions. The spinners, the pace bowlers, everyone have contributed well so far for Revocare Solutions. It's been a complete package. The first game, the results didn't really go in their way, but come into this second game, look how they have completely dominated this game so far. 48 for 5, putting Yokohama into the back foot right from the start of the game. The Revocare captain did mention during the coin toss that they would be, trying to restrict Yokohama for anything around 150. And they are already have outdone themselves, 49 for 5. So it's been a good effort, really good effort from Revocare Solutions. Didn't really allow any of the batters from Yokohama top order to settle down and to score those easy runs. The boundaries were hard to come by. The fielding has been superb. We saw one superb catch being taken at the covers. So everything has been quite good from Revocare Solutions. It's been a complete package. Spin, the faster bowlers, the fielding, captaincy, everything. They have ticked all the boxes in this game so far. A single to finish the over. 16 done, 50 for 5. After drinks break, Yokohama, 16 overs completed, 51 for 5. A well-deserved drinks break. It's been a hot and humid morning so far here at the Colombo University grounds. A bit gloomy, but the sunshine pouring in. Damit Kappigoda, 11 matches, 19 wickets. So a new bowler being used after the drinks break. punched on the ground for a single. So plenty of bowling options for Revocare Solutions, especially in the spin department. We've seen so far some good spinners being taken in by the captain. There's a Group C encounter, and Abans, they're the ones who are on the top of the table, winning both their matches. Abans, a strong team in this Division D sector. Worked away towards the offside, nicely driven. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. Much needed boundaries for Yokohama. And this time, it comes off the bat of Udara. Driven quite nicely, tossed up outside the off stump from Damit Kapigod. Not the best of the deliveries, but against this low middle order, you wouldn't actually mind tossing one or two deliveries up on the offside. The ease is catching on the offside for exactly that plan, but this time the batter was able to play it down the ground. Got another single. There's good cricket all around, getting that boundary, getting that ones and twos. It's important that these two batters continue out there as much as they can. Plenty of time remaining, plenty of overs remaining. Yeah, probably asking the question, might be a big inside edge onto the pads. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, probably an inside edge and onto the pads. Oh, that ball. A flatter trajectory delivery from Damit Kappigoda. And faster as well. Sumita Dinesh wanted to play it score of the wicket, but couldn't get the connection he was looking for. 70 done, 57 for 5. Dinuka Wanya Rachi to continue and starts off with a wide. And another wide, this time extra runs on offer. Oh, this time the finger goes up. Arachchi, after bowling 2 consecutive wides, have finally struck to get the 6th wicket down for Yokohama Tws. And they fall much deeper into trouble here. Yokohama 61 for 6 now in 17.2 overs. And Arachchi amongst the wickets. Yeah, just once again the same mistake that the top order did. Stuck in his crease and just trapped. That was a delivery where he should have played it on the front foot. Simple mistakes, but it just cost him the wicket. Udara Dantanarani, he's gone for 13. And Arachchi with the breakthrough. Taranga Gomez, the new batter in. 14 matches, 121 runs. 61 for 6. We'll see how exactly the last wicket went by. Flutter trajectory once again and nicely bowled, nicely looped in. And the batter stuck in his crease. There we go. That's an easy decision for the umpire. Last ball of this over, a successful over from Arachchi. And a dot delivery to finish things off. 18 done, 62 for 6. Sixty-three for 6, and Damit Kappegoda back with the ball in hand. Starts off with a leg by. Anyway, on matting surfaces, obviously the spinners might get some purchase And that is exactly what we've seen so far from the spinners of Revocare Solutions. They've been taking control of this game. And a part of the blame should go to the Yokohama batters as well, because they've been stuck in their crease and not using their feet really well against the spinners. And they've been sort of clueless to play against the spinners of Revocare Solutions. Swept away this time, will be just a single. Sumit Dinesh, 6 of 21, taking his time, but he's losing partners at the other end. That's the biggest problem. None of the batters were able to put up a good solid partnerships, especially at the top order. And right from the start, it was all about the Revocare bowlers, who made it extremely difficult for Yokohama batters to settle in. 19 done, 64 for 6. Last ball of this over. Cut away straight into the hands of the fielder. I beg your pardon, the start of the 20th over, Dinukavanne Arachi being brought back with the ball in hand. He picked up a wicket in his previous over. Nicely bowled once again, pushing the batter to his front foot. Just wide of that first slip fielder. Once again, a very risky shot from Taranga Gomez, but he gets it away. A couple of runs. It should be wide as it is. As I mentioned earlier as well, quite a lot of wides from Revocare Solution bowlers today. They've been bowling in good areas as they've been picking up wickets, but quite a lot of wide, especially on the leg side. There we go, much better. A very simple action from Dinukavanne Arachi. Nothing extravagant, but he's been pitching it in good areas. Last ball of this over. Now, a missed opportunity, but that's a dot delivery to finish things off. 68 for 6 at the end of over number 20.
So after 20 overs, it's 68 for 6. Got Rajendran coming back on. Few overs we had spin from both ends. And Venkat Rajendran, the chief destroyer, 3 for 21, has been bought back. Okay, skipper looking for wickets. Rajendran had not a very good last over that he bowled. A couple of wides, was going down the leg side. Good to just take him off, give him a small rest, reset, come back. This time on target. Again, bowling at the batsman. This is good. Batsman has to play at it and to see whether he'll want to put one up there. Ask the batsman to go for the drive. It does have a slip in place. There's extra cover. Driving line. This one again, this time manages to get it past the point. Batsman back for the second. I've got a bit of an edge. He was looking to play straight. Ball ending up going towards the point region. Time again targeting the stumps and goes big this time on the leg side. Fielder will pull it back in. For the batsman, complete 2 runs. Venkat targeting the stumps, bowling it full. But with that action, sliding a little bit down the leg side, the batsman driving it on the on. So when the Dinesh has moved on to double figures, he's on 11. Small partnership building these two. Taranga goes on 3. The Dinesh on 11. And driven in the air, but no field penetration. One more run to the score. Venkat trying to pitch it up. Ends another over. 21 and it's 73 for 6. Last wicket for 61. Just 12 runs been added by these two. Kavanyarachi will continue 1 for 16 in his 5 overs. Given good support to Venkat Rajendran. I saw him bowling one which he had Udar Nathanarayan LBW to the left hand. He bought that back, got it away from, got that wicket. Like to see him bowl that one that comes back into the right hander now. Sumind cut off strike. He's on 13 of 32, so he's been out there for some time. Sumind Dinesh, Taranga Gomez giving good support. Good bowling by Dinoka. Projected score moving to 170. Yokohama would love it. End of another very good tidy over by Dinoka Vikramarachi. 1 for 17 of 6, and after 22, it's 74 for 6. Venkat will continue. Venkat Raj again. Still continue to bowl wide outside. From he bowls from wide of the crease. That's another one. Venkat strikes again. That's what he was targeting even in that previous over. Went for a couple of runs, but this time again in line with the stumps. Managing to get through that defense. So wicket number 7 falls, and that's the 4th wicket for Venkat. Again going for that big drive, batting outside his crease, basically yorking himself, I would say, and bang on the stumps. So that's the 4th wicket for Venkat. Sumedha Dinesh walking back, Paul Venkat for 13, and it's 74 for 7. Sudarshan Kumar, the new batsman. That's the new batsman, Just has score 14, averaging a 7. Not a lot of runs with the bat. Just 80 runs of 19 innings or 19 games, 14 innings. Yokohama falling deep into trouble again. It's 74 for 7 now. Still more than half the overs remaining. Look at those figures. Venkat Rajendran 4 for 26. Looking for one more to get that 5. Again, targets the stumps, but slightly short. Batsman stands back and punches it into the covers. Oh, beaten him. Brilliant bowling there again. Batsman late on the shot. I think lucky he didn't get any bat on it because it may have crashed into the stumps. So now idea for Venkat just to keep target to hit that stumps. Can bowl in line with those stumps. I'm sure he's going to get his 5 very soon. Foolish delivery again. This time the batsman managed to get bat on ball. But can't pierce that field, so dot ball. They've been good bowling. 4 dot balls and a wicket. Well, actually, it's 5 dot balls. Again, full. Again finds the field. This has been the problem for Yokohama batsman, finding the field on most occasions. End of another over. 23 done. It's 74 for 7. Dinoka 1 year at now. Continuing. So he's been given a long ball. Bowling is the 7th over. He's been pretty good. 1 for 17. Not giving the batsman any room. There we see. Tried to go for a big heave, but had his back foot planted in the crease. Trying to go across. Making room for himself, getting that front foot out of the way. Foolish delivery, sweeping, but going down the leg side. Dinoka knew that. A slight question from the wicket keeper, but bowler not interested. I think it needs to just give it some air. Lower the batsman, they like to go after the bowling. They're again trying to go for it. Again pitching down the leg. Another dot ball. There we see that was basically a free. Couldn't make contact. Into the 24th, 74 for 7. Venkat in for his 8th, 4 for 26. In there, but manages to get it down for a single. So Darshana Kumara is off the mark. Brings in Taranga Gomas. So will be there for 19 deliveries, just the 3 runs. Run making has been difficult. Well, there was an appeal that was pretty wide out. So the off-stump batsman was also outside the off-stump. Not sure what they were appealing for because given as runs. Let's see that again. Yes, off the bat, maybe onto the pad. And they managed to get a single. Doesn't matter how it comes. So dot ball. Venkat has been really good. Managed to pick up 4. It's quite hot out here. It's Kumar on strike. Okay, nicely driven, but straight to that field in the covers. Not been able to pierce that offside field. Anytime Venkat has gone straightish, they've managed to get it to long on region for singles and twos, but not been able to pierce that offside gap. And again, pitched up to the batsman, driven on the off, again to that cover field. Yokohama batsman, what they need is to look at being a bit more positive, trying to hit the gaps. That was again also the stump beaten. Been good by Venkat so far. Just going over the bails to end another very good over. Halfway done. It's 25 gone, 76 for 7.
$25 done, 76 for 7 and gone. That's the 8th wicket down. Taranga Gomas has to depart. 76 for 8 now. The first ball of the over from Dinuka. He picks up a wicket, his 2nd wicket in this morning. And Yokohama was much deeper into trouble. There we go, taken quite nicely. So 76 for 8 now, Yokohama Tws. Dedikuvanyarachi 2 for 17. Taranga Gomez, he's gone for 4. 8 down now. Sumal Maduranga, 15 matches, 137 runs. The highest score of 28. So look at the last wicket, and nicely taken, and it was really good on the captain's part to stay persistent with that slip fielder right throughout these 25 overs. So they haven't really moved on with removing that slip fielder. So he was there consistently, and they got the breakthrough. They got the rewards. Angled it into the batter, probably just missing the leg stump. Nicely bowled. A wicket maiden from Dedikuvanyarachi. 26 done, 76 for 8. Here's Venkat Rajendran to bowl his 9th over. Picked up 4 wickets for 28. Pick up the bowlers today. Bowled extremely tight to the line and length. Oh, that's extra runs being offered by Revocare Solutions. Should be wide. Yes, it is. On the up and on the offside he goes. Much needed boundaries. Sumal Maduranga finally gets off the mark with a thumping drive on the offside. Not the best of the deliveries. It was wide outside the offside. Plenty of width on offer and nicely presented the full face of the bat. On the offside it was up in the air, but it was safe. And he gets a full reward for his risky shot. Okay, he gets a single this time. Keeping it tight outside the off stump. Worked away towards the onside, and this time again might not go all the way for a boundary, but couple of runs. These are precious runs for Yokohama. If they can get to at least 130, 140 from here onwards, it looks like a far-fetched dream at this stage of the game. But if these two batters can make sure that they get past 100 and then maybe around 120, 125, the bowlers would have something to defend. Last ball of this over. Down the leg side once again. Quite a lot of wides in this innings from Revocare Solutions, and that is something that they should keep in mind heading into the latter part of this tournament. Still there's a second match. Oh, off the edge. Just past the wicket-keeper, had no chance. It went in like a flash, and I don't think it reached the boundary as well. So a couple of runs to finish things off, and that is an expensive over by Venkat Rajendran standards. 9 overs for him for 4 for 40, and 27 done, 88 for 8. Playing it late, Dinukuvanyarachi is quick through the air, but he's been bowling in good areas right throughout consistently. punched off the back foot once again. Oh, nicely done. Superb athleticism that time. Stopped a certain single. "20 done, 89 for 8. Nicely bowled once again. Probably just going up and above the stumps. Asking the question, probably just landing outside the leg stump. Damit Kapigode. This time the finger goes up. That should be one of the easiest decisions for the umpire this morning, because that looks straight, the height and everything up to the perfection for that finger to go up. And there we go. Once again, the same cardinal mistake. You stuck yourself on the back foot and the bowler darts it in and you're trapped, nowhere to go. And Sumal Maduranga Ali has only one way to go, and that is towards the pavilion. 6 for Sumal Maduranga. It's 9 down. Dinesh Kumar, the last man in. 7 matches. Just 42 runs. Trouble times for Yokohama. David Kappegoda will try to finish things off here. Nicely bowled. 29 done. 89 for 9. Right, so 89 for 9. Venkat Rajendran will try to complete his fifer. Sudarshan, the last man, or rather Dinesh Kumar is the last man in. Is the last wicket. Flatter trajectory, straight, and it does the job. Wow, what an interesting stance. And almost facing the mid-wicket fielder, Dinesh Kumar. He is going to slap him. We'll see. At least he must be trying to slap him. Frustration for Venkat Rajendran. He is in his last over. 4 for 41, trying to complete his fifer. He's been absolutely phenomenal all throughout this spell of bowling. 9.3 overs, 4 for 41. Oh, that's wide. Yeah, there we go. Very much wide down the leg side. He's trying out something, Venkat Rajendran. You got to keep it straight. Against Dinesh Kumar, who's obviously trying to slap him. Nicely presented, the full face of the bat. Punched on the ground and they will get a single. He gets a single. "91 for 9. Last ball of this over. Can Venkat Rajendran complete his fifer? Got him straight right back at the non-striker's end. A single to finish things off. 30 done, 92 for 9.
Let me see the betting card of Yokohama. Not a lot to talk about. Sasindu Chaturanga getting 10. Udara Tantanarayan 13. Sumindu Dinesh 13 are the only three who has gone into the double figures. Well, look at that, 23 extras, the highest scorer so far. That's one area Revocare will be looking at very critically. Cannot give 23 extras in a total of 93. Pagoda going around the wicket from wide of the crease. Get some turn in. Turn down the leg side. These are things that Revocare will need to cut down. Got 9 wickets. Need to try and bowl this team out. Don't want them adding too many runs. Dinesh Kumar, interesting stance. Facing the square leg umpire. Just as the ball is about to be delivered, he moves. Reminds us of a West Indian, former West Indian batsman Shivaran Chandrapal. This time goes for a big heave. Manages to get a single down to that deep mid-wicket region. The difference between those two, Chandrapal was left-hander who batted up the order, not at number 11. Run flighted. Again played onto the leg side. 2 fielders there in the deep on the boundary. Slowly creeping on. So 31 done. It's 96 for 9 after winning the toss and batting first. Sandinoka coming, taking a break a bit, because then they kept back to their bowlers, bowling 9 overs and then keeping them for 1. Dinoka 1 year actually coming back now, trying to finish things off. This one heaved over. Couple of bouncers into the fence. So these are very good runs coming in for Yokohama. The pair of the number 10 and 11. Like to see a flat, fast delivery aimed at the stumps. See whether the Dinesh Kumar will be able to get his bat down in time. That one again in there. This time will the fielder get to it? Yes. And finally, ball one on the off. Kumar going in there. This time finding the fielder. Easy catch for that mid-off fielder. Had to run round, but had it well covered. It was hanging in the air for a long time. Dinesh Kumar remains not around 6. Sudarshan Kumar has to walk back for 11. And Yokohama been all out for 101 in the 32nd over. So 18 overs remaining in this innings. They have managed to find themselves short. Good bowling spell by Revocare. Rachi ending with 3 for 23 in 9.3, and that's how it happened. Nipun Yatindra was out for naught. Sasindu Chaturanga for 10. San Kure for 7. Ravindu Supun for 8. Udar Dantanarayan 13. Pragit Chintaka, the captain, was out for no score. Sumedha Dinesh 13. Taranga Gomas 4. Sumal Maduranga for 6. Dinesh Kumar for 6. And Sudarshan Kumar remained not out on 11. 23 extras in the total of 101 all out in 31.3 overs. And the bowling, Kavisha Mendy started off 3 overs, none for 11. Tanushka Tilakarata 1 for 8 of 5. Venkatrajan couldn't pick up 5 but ended up with 4 for 44. Dinok Wanyarachi 3 for 23 and Damit Kapagoda 1 for 9. The fall of wickets 8, 22, 34, 37, 37, 61, 74, 76, 89 and 101. And then 1 all out in 31.3 overs. See the highlights of that innings. A couple of boundaries. Not a lot of boundaries were scored. Few of them off the bat of the left hander. Karuna good. Was it? No, sorry. Oh yes, that was the one. Thought it was missing off, but he was hit right in front. Those are Dinuka's wickets in the midst. Few boundaries. It was another one for Kapagoda. That one in there. And then that final wicket to end the innings. So we'll take a short break and come back to you with the second innings in about 10 minutes time. So we are back live for this second innings. This game between Yokohama and Revocare. The umpires are back out just after a 10-minute break. Reason being Yokohama were bowled out for 101 in 31.2 overs. So that's what Revocare needs. 102 of 300 deliveries, not 50 overs. They have a long time to get this, but in tournaments like this, the net run rate also would matter because both these teams have not won a game as yet. So Revocare would be looking to, number one, get that win under the belt, and depending on how fast they can get it, they can move up the order in the run rates. Ravindu will be the opening bowler. The opening batsman walking out to the middle. So looks like we're going to see left arm spin to start off with. Waiting proceeds to start. Two batsmen out there marking their guard. Tanushka Tilakaratna and JP. That's Tanushka Tilakaratna's is a high score of 100. 14 50s and 100 to his name. Strike rate pretty decent, 127. So he's no mark with the bat. He's the guy who will get on with it. Ravinder Supun, the bowler, has a 5 for 16, has his best. 21 wickets, economy 4.2, averaging 21. JP Vidurshan is the other opening bat. There we go, straight away in there. There is a fielder on the boundary, but falls short. So Tarashka off the mark with that first delivery. Ravinder Supun, interesting. See him just 2 steps and he's delivering the ball, so not a lot. JP Vidushan, high score of 210, 119 strike rate, 23 50s and 1100. Boy, this boy can bat. 5,584 runs. So he's been around for a long time. 180 innings, 179 matches. Quite a senior player, I would say, in the white ball tournaments. What better way to have the experience at the top of the order? And look at this, Ravinder Supun, just 2, 3, 4th step and he delivers. So Yokohama straight away on the attack, they'll have to pick up wickets if they're to do anything with this game. Ravindu, action. Then flighted. Nicely fielded there by that short extra cover fielder. So the field set one slip. There is a point covers. Then there's a big gap. Then the extra cover and the long off on the fence. Well, interesting here. We give you another chance and dropped. That went quickly and it went low, but those need to be taken when you're just defending 101. There we see that. Yes, going one-handed, had it in his hand and then just went a begging. So both teams starting off with a drop chance in the first over. Well, that'll be interesting. The man with all the experience, Vidushan. End of the first over. Just one run. Needing 101 for victory. Udar Dantarayana batted decently well. You see, 3 for 16 is best, 19 wickets. So they are going in with spin. Economy on the high side, 6.32. 20 innings. Well, it's a slow medium pace, I would say. Sorry, it's not spin. Gentle medium pace. Wicket keeper standing back. Oh, wide. It was way wide. Trying to drag it. Slinging action a bit. Yes, lucky he managed to pitch it on that matting area. That may have been a no ball. Doesn't run in it. Yes, and another wide. Definitely outside that line again. Not a long run up, but uses his shoulder to good effect. Getting a bit of pace. Again, movement away this time. He's targeting that wideish line for the right hand, and Dhanush Thiraratne throwing his bat at it that time. Run again in there, just over that extra cover field. That will run into the boundary, the first boundary of this innings, the first for Dhanushka Tilakaratne. He is not going to hang around there with that pace. Pitched up, just throws his bat at over that infield. So immediately the slip coming out, is it? No, there's a change of fielders. The extra slip fielder going to extra cover and extra cover fielder coming to the slip. So there again, one slip. Point extra covers, point covers, extra covers, mid off. On the leg they have a fine leg, mid wicket and a mid on. The mid on is pretty wide. Was it is up down? Oh, he's in the circle. Sorry. Just 7 runs have come off to that boundary. No. Trying to pull it. It The batsman, the stomach may have stung a bit. Tanushka, batsman who likes to go after the bowling. Again outside the stump, wide outside the stump again. So third wide in this over. Not helping the cause on the target below 100. Don't want to be giving those runs away. 94 now. Let's not talk about the required balls. 290. Again pitched up just over that mid-wicket field. While running into the boundary. Good bit of fielding by the mid-on fielder running round. Not before the batsman complete. Was it 2 runs? Oh no, it's 3. Tanushka has moved on to 8 after 6 deliveries. That was a good bit of fielding there. Sliding and bringing it back. Expensive over by Udara. Already 10 runs conceded. Slight hold up as the batsman still getting ready. Take strike for the first time in this from this end. This time short and throws his bat at it. Dushan opens his mark. Good bit of fielding on the boundary. Can't get that first boundary. But is off the mark. 2 runs. Good bit of fielding there. Bit of footwork. After 2 overs, it's 13 for no loss. Ravindu Supul continuing to Dhanushka Tilakaratne. Dhanushka likes to go after the bowling. Not giving any room. Full toss driven down the ground. Fielder there. So, just to give you interesting field, there is a fielder quite straight within the circle, just behind the bowler's arm. It's got a wideish long on and a long off. The 2 fielders outside the circle. But there is a mid off, quite a mid on, quite straight, I would say. time short cuts. No fielders in that region into the boundary. So Vidurshan gets his first boundary. So you cannot bowl short. Look at that yawning gap there between the point, the cover field and the short extra cover field. No one on the boundary. Easy runs here. They flighted. Chance. Well, that was bowled, I think. Or was it off the glove onto the stumps? The wicket keeper missed the stumping. Still some confusion, but the leg umpire giving it out. Used his feet, it was tossed up. Oh yes, it's a stumping, a lucky stumping there. Wicketkeeper thought he dropped it, but off his gloves onto the stumps. Batsman was out of his crease, so that will go down as a stumping. And Vidurshan has to walk back. He yorked himself basically. It was nicely flighted, played over that delivery. And Revocare have lost their first wicket. Vidurshan walking back for 6. It's 18 for 1. Ranga Jaikodi, the new batsman. Wicket falling in the last delivery of that third over. That's Ranga Jaikodi. For you, 101 is highest, 2,637 runs. So Revocare, most of their top order have been amongst the runs and being around for some time. So experience here. This is Tanushka Tilakaratne on strike on your pitch. Dara bowling his second, had a very expensive first over for 12. That's his second. Now what was that shot? Not sure whether he dragged it on, whether there was a slight inside edge or whether there was a big gap between bat and pad. But doesn't matter. 2 in quick succession within the phase of 3. Well, you cannot tell from that angle, but certainly hitting the stumps through bat and pad. Tanushka Tilakaratne walking back for 9. Bowled Udara Dantanarayana. And it's suddenly moved down to 18 for 2. Vishara Fernandez walked in. Sadly 18 for no loss becomes 18 for 2. Vishara Fernando, highest score of 90. Again 68 innings, 1,738 runs. Strike rate 103. This time outside the off stump, given room, gone over the top of covers. Tickles into the boundary. 4 runs to the new batsman, Vishara Fernando. Straight away off the mark. Doesn't waste too much time. Scores moved on to 22 for 2. Still in the 4th over. Again goes across. Now this is living dangerously. Fielder getting under it. Had to go a long way, but no chance. Couldn't even get his hands to it. Was close to that, but not easy. Look at that. Take it from outside. Wide outside off stump, I would say. To run a long way. Yes, he didn't look at any more stage of that whether that he would have got his hands to it. They are continuing to be expensive. They has picked up a wicket. Sporting his second over, 1 for 17. Jayakodi plays it. This is the last wicket. Again throwing it wide outside the off stump. Batsman plays it straight back at the bowler. 4 was done. It's 23 for 2. That's what's needed in this game for Revocare to win this game. 79 readed from 276 deliveries. That's the betting card so far. The two openers gone. 9 and 6. In a bit of a hurry, so that the word looks like that they're trying to get this total as soon as possible. We've seen Vishara Fernand also come in, get a boundary in his first, trying to be smart in the second, and almost had to walk back. It's wide outside the stump. This is the problem with Vishara. Going wide outside his off stump to try and play a sweep which was pitched wide outside his leg stumps. Made the wide look even wide. No, brilliantly bowled. Pulled it slower, got turned, and it just turned across the batsman, across the bat and the stumps. Look at that, pitched outside leg. Batsman had no chance. Again pitching outside leg, so there's no way you can give him ABW. So go for that sweep again. Hitting in line, but once it pitches down leg, outside leg, there's no way you can be given out. Pitching out, take out. Run again in stumps. Driven. Well, that was another chance of a run out. They needed a direct hit. So there we see that again. He's wearing his pace and yet taking off very casually, and then can see that, yeah, he made it easily. He had it covered. Eranga Jayakodi, he is intent on just batting out there, making sure that they get these runs, and the batsman round him may go after the runs. Run nicely driven, but straight to that fielder. Just one run and a wide, 2 runs in this over. This has been good by Ravinder Supun. Another dot ball to end a very good over. Just the 2 runs. It's 25 for 2 after 5.
Couple of wickets early on for Revocare. 25 for 2. Five overs done. Just 77 more runs required. Punched off the back foot. Revocare Solutions just chasing down a target of 102 runs. Already lost a couple of wickets. One of stumping, one of bowled. This time it goes down the ground, and that's gone all the way. Oh, it's a 4, it's a boundary, so there we go. There we go, coming down the track. Didn't really get the connection exactly as he would have hoped it to, but still got 4 runs. Vishara, 10 off 7. There we go. Perfect execution this time. Knew exactly where the fielder was positioned. The fine leg fielder was up inside the 30-yard circle, so Vishara Fernando knew that using the pace of the delivery, all you got to do is get it over the head of the fielder, and it's a certain boundary. And that is exactly what he did. There we go. Nicely executed. So back-to-back boundaries against Udara Dantanarayana. I picked up a wicket early on, but touch expensive. Cannot afford to go for boundaries at this stage of the game. Oh, coming down the track, Vishara Fernando got to the pitch of the delivery. Eyeing for the 3rd boundary on the trot. Worked away towards the onside. Looking for the 2nd run, and he gets it quite comfortably. And it went through everyone. Went through the wicket keeper, went through the batter, went through the wicket keeper. And it goes all the way for a boundary. That's an outrageous shot against a fast bowler. Off the pads. The impact very much outside the off stump and not anywhere near the wickets. But he gets about 39 for 2 now at the end of over number 6. Quite the steady start for Revocare Solutions. You can see the warm climbing up high. The current run rate stands at 6.5 runs per over and just 63 more runs required. Oh, misfield. It runs through the hands of the mid-off fielder up inside the 30-yard circle. There we go. That's very poor on the part of the fielder. Should have been a dot delivery, but ended up being a boundary. This time it's Ranga Jayakodi. Comes down the track and played it down the ground such gracefully. No chance whatsoever for the fielders. Lofted through the offside. Back-to-back boundaries in this over as well. Touch to full outside the off stump and carved through the extra car region from Ranga Jayakodi. There we go. That's asking for trouble on the offside. Got a single this time, punched on the ground. So 9 runs from this over with 1 more delivery to go. Through the offside he goes, another boundary, third one in this over. Vishara this time, the right-hander gets it nicely, a friendly full toss on the offside and carved, absolutely carved through the offside for a boundary. Seven overs done, 52 for 2. Exactly 50 more runs required. Plenty of deliveries remaining. 258 to be exact. But at this rate, it's not going to take up much deliveries for Revocare Solutions to chase this remaining 50 runs. Through the offside once again. Might as well start with a boundary. And it didn't really reach the boundary. Touch to full outside the off stump. Good footwork there from the fielder. Down in the deep. 3 runs taken. 55 for 2. Punch on the ground. Not going anywhere this time with just a single. So I like this aggression from Vishara Fernando and Ranga Jayakodi as well. Because this is Sasindu Chaturanga. Because still early stages in the tournament, and if you make that win a commanding victory, that would have been it would really work in their favor at the latter part, because the net run rate and everything will be counted, and if you can win these matches quite easily, because these are the matches that you should win as commanding as possible, as thumping as possible. You got to thump your position, and that is exactly what Revocare Solutions have done so far. They've restricted Yokohama for 102, and now they just need 45 more runs, and they're only in for 7.3 overs. That's a good looking shot. That's up in there, and that's gone. Is it a 4 or a 6? No, it's gone all the way for a 6. Surely the first 6 of the match. There we go, nicely executed, a medium pacer. You don't often see the batters getting down on one knee against medium pace bowlers, but that's how confident Vishal Fernando is. He's on 31 of 14. 63 for 2 now. And again he goes. Back-to-back sixes. This time. Once again the hands goes up. Vishal Fernando. He is just eager to finish things off quickly as possible. Just 33 more runs required now. Last ball of this over. 17 runs from this over. Sasindu Chaturanga. His first over has gone for plenty. Three sixes on the trot. Cannot ask for anything better than that for Revocare. Nicely executed on the offside. There we go. It just shows you how versatile these players are. They try to finish things off quickly here. 8 overs done, 75 for 2. 27 more runs required now. Vishal Fernando, 43 of 16, and a Ranga Jayakode, the captain, out there in the middle, giving that support to Vishal Fernando. He's on 13 of 12, and now it's 75 for 2 at the end of over number 8. Sankure, so a change of bowling, 11 matches, just 10 wickets for him. At this stage, Yokohama just trying out everything they got. Was there an edge? You can see the body language of the bowler certainly tells us there was in fact an edge, but can't really say exactly. Nicely bowled once again, very slow through there. These two batters have now put up 57 runs, the current partnership, in just 29 deliveries. That's how quick it was. And working in the favor of Revocare Solutions. And they have certainly found a solution. They lost their first game in this tournament, but look how strong they've come back into this game. Yokohama, after winning the toss earlier today, decided to bat first. Didn't really get anything underway right from the start. They were on their back foot. It was all about Revocare Solutions, who actually took control of the game right from the start. Worked a bit towards the onside. Worked away towards the onside. Might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. Nicely, perfectly executed. And the timing, the placement, everything up to the perfection this time from Vishara Fernando. He moves into 47. 47. Just 28 deliveries. There we go. Didn't really try to overhit it. You know, just a touch. Using the pace of the delivery. Just a slight deflection and it goes all the way for a boundary. .47 of just 19 deliveries. Last ball of this over. This is Vishara Fernando. 47 of 19, 6 fours and 3 sixes. A staggering strike rate of 247. Cut away, and cut away to the perfection. He goes all the way for a boundary. And that's the 50 for Vishara Fernando. And it has come in just 20 deliveries. What a superb knock. And have certainly taken Revocare Solutions to the verge of a stunning victory here at Colombo University grounds. There we go, cut away, and it goes all the way for a boundary. Nicely executed. .51 of 20, 7 fours, 3 sixes. And look at that strike rate, 255. Cannot ask for anything better in a run chase. Especially when you're chasing down a target of 102 in 50 overs. You want that one batter to be aggressive because the risk is minimum. And that is exactly what Vishara Fernando has done. 51 of 20. Eranga Jacob in 14. The captain giving him that support. It was a fully entertaining half century from Vishara Fernando. Played all throughout the park and showed lots of versatility as a batter and showed us his ability to play all around the park. Very innovative and so much power, so much confidence and everything working in the favor of him today. I cannot set a foot wrong, Vishara Fernando. It's his day and he has certainly taken the full advantage of this. .50 of just 20 deliveries, 3 sixes on the trot in that over. This was the third one, and that's where he certainly stepped on the foot, and to make sure that they get this 102 runs as quickly as possible. Suminder Dinesh played all around the park. This one, Vishara. This was that boundary through that offside that got him towards his half century. Right, so Suminder Dinesh to bowl his first over. A dot delivery. impact outside the off stump for sure. Vishara Fernando's front foot was way outside his off stump. That's good decision from the umpire. Just 1 run so far, a tidy over given the circumstances. Last ball of this over. Goes high up in there, a chance, fielder coming under it, no chance. It lands in no man's land, and that's the end of the over. A good tidy over from Suminda Dinesh. I wonder why he was held down all this time. And 10 overs completed. Revocare Solutions 86 for 2.
Boy, so 10 overs done, 86 for 2. 16 needed. Going at 8.46 runs per over, 239 deliveries left. 68 partnership of 41 deliveries. Shara Fernando, 52 of 25. Make that 26 now. He's been scoring at 2 runs per delivery. But 15 minutes to go for the lunch break. I'm sure the match will be over before that. Goes for that reverse hit. Just gets a single. So they got 3 sixes and 7 fours in those 27 deliveries of which he has scored 53. Sankure. Goes away with the arm. Left hand just playing with the straight bat. Ranga Jayakodi, skipper, 15 of 17. That one goes down on one knee and into the boundary it goes. Making short work of this total. That's what they needed. They lost their first game, looking for a first win. What they'll need to do is to make sure they get that net run rate pretty high. The first game also was a bit of a disappointment. Minus 1 point something is what they are. So 91 for 2. Jayakodi gives Vishara the strike. Make that 92 for 2. Oh no, he'll keep the strike because that's the end of the 11th over. So Jayakodi moves on to 20 and it's 92 for 2 after 11. Just 10 needed of 234. And look at that partnership, 74 of 46. 53 and 20 the contributions. That's the betting card for you. That's the betting card for you. They lost 2 early wickets. Oh, that one stays in there. An easy catch, just balloons up. Jayakodi playing little bit early. Stopped the shot, but it was too late. There we see that suddenly takes off after pitching. That was an easy catch. Keeper has to walk back. Chakodi caught Ravindu Supun. Bowls Suminda Dinesh for 20. And that's the third wicket down for Revocare. It's 92 for 3. Arshan Joseph, the new bat. So one left hand replacing another. So he's got 100 not out as his highest, 650s, strike rate of 79, 1,059 runs in 51 innings. In the meantime, Suminda Dinesh he has picked up a wicket, bowling in second over. So he's been pretty decent. 1 for 2, 1 for 3 now of 1.3 overs, of 1.2 overs, beg your pardon. That run is short and pulled, and it's over. That's his fourth six. Making sure that he finishes it off before the lunch interval. 4 sixes, 7 boundaries. Easy pickings. 2 fielders in that area, but still sails over them. Stand full toss. Comes down the track, drives it over the bowler's head into the boundary. That's the game for Revocare. Managed to do it in 11.3 overs. Or it was 11.4. Taken on the full. Smashed over the bowler's head. What a way to finish it. Ishara Fernando, 63 of 29. What a knock. 6. It's 8 fours and 4 sixes. That was brilliant. An early finish. So this is exactly what Revocare would have needed to finish this off quickly. They can get that net run rate going. They're on the board with the wins, 3 points. Batsman walking back. That was a massive innings, Vishara Fernando. Brilliant, brilliant. Strike rate of 217. This is what happens when you win the toss. Bat first. You have to make sure you bat the 50 overs. Players shaking hands. Just take a look at the batting card which will come up for you. That was so for the first 2 wickets, Dhanushka Tilakaratne and Deji Vidoshan going for 9 and 6. And Jayakodi just out a while ago for 20. The skipper Vishara Fernando, what a knock, 63 of 29 with 4 sixes and 8 fours. And Arshan Joseph just the 1 of 1. 4 extras in 11.4 was 103 for 3. That's the bowling, quite expensive figures. Ravinder Supun 1 for 21 of 4. Udara Dantanarayana 1 for 31 of 3. Sasindra Chaturanga 1 over 23 was taken to the cleaners. San Kure 2 overs none for 15, and Sumedha Dinesh 1.4 overs 1 for 13. Follow wickets, it was at 18 and 18 that they lost both openers, then 92 and ended up 103 for 3, winning by 7 wickets. These are the highlights. You can see throw in the bat. You'll see a lot of 4s and 6s in this highlight innings. It was easy pickings, short outside the off stump, no one back there. And then one of the wickets that went stumped. And then immediately after that, 2 balls later, the second fell. And then after that, it was just one-way traffic. Boundaries, 4s and 6s off the bat of Ishara Fernando, and very well supported by skipper Jayakodi. Playing was given off the bat. Batsman thought, the bowler thought it was off the pad. That was a poor bit of fielding. Just summing up the day for Yokohama. Just trying everything, trying to toss it up, trying to bowl it faster. This was that over that propelled. Went for 3 sixes in that over. 23 of 1. 2 on the leg, 1 on the off. And that was nice touch. Waited for it, played it away from Udara, the fielder. And there, see, fielding also was below par. It was Jayakodi on the way, but stayed on the mat in. And the last 2 shots, a 6, and then that full toss over the bowler's head, dispatched into the boundary. So there we see, that was the end of the game. We'll have a look at the match summary. Early finish here. Yokohama winning the toss, electing to bat first. Bowled out for 101 in 31.3 overs. Udar 13, Suminder 13, and Sudarshan 11 were the only guys to get into the double figures. Venkat 4 for 44, Dinuk 3 for 23, and Dhanushka Tilakaratne 1 for 8, and Revocare in reply just needed 11.4 overs to get to 103 for 3. Ishara Fernando 63 of 29, Edanga Jayakodi 20 of 20, and Dhanushka Tilakaratne 9 of 11. Ravinder Supun 1 for 21, Udar 1 for 31, and Suminder 1 for 13. So that's the end with Revocare winning by 7 wickets. And that's it from here, from the ground, and our production team. We'll see you back the next week for another game. Thank you.